Hello, and welcome to English Speaking Corner. This is your quiet, safe space to practice English. Today, we are going to do something different. We are going to stop worrying about how much we have to learn, and we are simply going to do the work. You might have heard about the 1% rule. The idea is that improving by just one tiny percent every day adds up to a massive transformation over a year. But knowing that rule is not enough. You have to feel it. You have to speak it.
That is exactly right. Many of us watch videos about motivation. We listen to people tell us how to study, but then we turn off the video and we haven't actually spoken a single word. Today, we change that. In this episode, we are going to guide you through a real speaking routine. This is your daily 1%. You do not need a pen. You do not need a notebook. You just need your voice and your attention.
My name is Sarah, and I am here to help you find your confidence.
And I am Mark, and I will be helping you with the pronunciation and the rhythm of natural speech. Together, we are going to walk you through a short, realistic conversation. We will break it down, listen to the sounds, and give you plenty of time to repeat after us.
Before we begin the dialogue, let's take a moment to reset. If you are listening to this, you might be on your commute. You might be washing dishes, or you might be sitting at your desk. Wherever you are, I want you to mentally switch modes. Often, our brains are buzzing with our native language. We are thinking about our to-do lists, our worries, our plans. To speak English well, we need to clear a little space in our minds.
Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale slowly. And exhale. Let your shoulders drop. Unclench your jaw. When we are tense, our muscles are tight, and it is actually harder to make the smooth sounds of English. We want your mouth and your throat to be relaxed.
I want you to say a simple phrase with me to tell your brain that it is time to focus. Repeat after me. I am ready to speak.
I am ready to speak.
Good. One more time with confidence. I am ready to speak.
Excellent. Now let's set the scene for today's practice. We are going to listen to a conversation between two friends, Alice and Ben. They are meeting for a quick coffee break. Ben has been trying to improve his life with small habits, just like we are doing right now with our English.
This conversation is full of natural phrases that native speakers use when they talk about their lives, their goals, and their struggles. It is not textbook English, it is real English. I want you to just listen first. Do not try to analyze every word. Just let the sounds wash over you and try to understand the general feeling of the conversation. Here is the dialogue.
Hey, long time no see. How have things been with you?
Pretty good, actually. I finally started that new morning routine I told you about.
Really? I thought you said you were way too busy for that.
I was, but I realized I was overthinking it, so I just did 5 minutes instead of an hour.
That sounds manageable. Usually I try to do too much at once and then I quit.
Exactly. Small steps stick better than big leaps. You should try it.
Okay, that was the full dialogue. Did you catch all of that? If not, do not worry. That is why we are here. We are going to break this down line by line. We will look at the vocabulary, the grammar, and most importantly, the pronunciation.
Let's look at the very first line. Ben opens the conversation with a very common greeting. He says, "Hey, long time no see. How have things been with you?"
This phrase, long time no see, is a classic. It is grammatically incorrect if you look at a textbook, but it is perfectly correct in social situations. It simply means I haven't seen you in a long time. It is friendly, casual, and warm. Listen to the rhythm, long time no see. It is 4 distinct beats.
And then he asks, "How have things been with you?" Notice he does not say, "How are you?" He asks about things. This is a way of asking about your life in general. Your work, your family, your health. It is a broader question.
Let's practice the pronunciation. Listen to how the words link together. We don't say, how have things been? We connect them. The V in have connects to the TH in things. How have things? How have things been?
Let's try shadowing this. I will say it slowly, and I want you to repeat it exactly as I do. Long time no see.
Now you try. Speak out loud.
Long time no see.
Good. Now let's try the second part. How have things been with you?
How have things been with you?
Now let's put it all together in a natural speed. Imagine you just saw a friend you haven't seen in 3 months. You are happy to see them. Hey, long time no see. How have things been with you?
Your turn. Give it some emotion.
Great. Now let's move to the response. Alice says, pretty good, actually. I finally started that new morning routine I told you about.
There is a lovely phrase here, pretty good. In English, we often use qualifiers like pretty or quite to soften our language. Pretty good is a very natural answer. It is positive, but not overwhelmingly enthusiastic. It is realistic.
And then she uses the word actually. We use actually when we are giving information that might be surprising or when we are correcting an assumption. She says, pretty good, actually.
Then she shares her news. I finally started that new morning routine. The word finally implies that she has been wanting to do this for a long time, but she was procrastinating. It adds a sense of relief and accomplishment.
Let's look at the pronunciation of finally. It has 3 syllables, fi-nal-li. But in fast speech, we often compress it slightly, finally, finally. And notice the past tense in started. It ends with an id sound because the root word ends in a t. Started, started.
Let's practice this sentence. We will break it into 2 parts. First part, pretty good, actually.
Repeat that. Pretty good, actually.
Now the second part. I finally started that new morning routine.
I finally started that new morning routine.
Notice the intonation on new. She is emphasizing that it is a change, that new morning routine. Let's try the whole sentence together. Pretty good, actually. I finally started that new morning routine.
Go ahead. Repeat it.
Very good. If you are stumbling over the words, that is okay. The goal is not perfection immediately. The goal is progress. Just keep your mouth moving.
Let's move to the next line. Ben is surprised. He says, really? I thought you said you were way too busy for that.
This is a great conversational reaction. Really, with a rising intonation, shows interest and surprise. Then he reminds her of her past excuse. He says, I thought you said. This is a very useful grammar pattern. We use I thought you said to report a past conversation that conflicts with the present situation.
And look at the phrase way too busy. We could just say too busy, but adding way makes it stronger. It means extremely busy. I was way too tired. It was way too expensive. It is a very common intensifier in spoken English.
Let's look at the sounds here. I thought you said. The word thought ends in a T, and the word you begins with a Y. When these sounds meet, they often blend into a ch sound. I thought said. I thought said.
Listen to that again. I thought you said. It makes your speaking much smoother than trying to separate the words. I thought you said.
Let's practice that specific blend. Repeat after Mark. I thought said.
I thought you said.
Now let's add the rest. You were way too busy for that.
You were way too busy for that.
Let's put the whole sentence together. Really? I thought you said you were way too busy for that.
Your turn. Try to sound surprised.
Doing great. You are already speaking more English than you were 10 minutes ago. That's the 1% rule in action. Let's see how Alice responds to this challenge. She says, I was, but I realized I was overthinking it, so I just did 5 minutes instead of an hour.
This is such an important sentence for both language learning and life. She starts with I was. She acknowledges the past truth. Then she uses the transition but. But I realized I was overthinking it.
Overthinking is a fantastic verb. It means to think about something for too long or in too much detail, usually in a negative way that stops you from acting. How many times have we overthought our English study plan? Alice realized that her thinking was the problem, not her schedule.
Then she explains her solution. So I just did 5 minutes instead of an hour. The word just here is very powerful. It minimizes the effort. It makes the action seem small and easy. I just did 5 minutes.
Let's focus on the pronunciation of realized. It is 3 syllables, re-al-ized. The emphasis is on the first syllable, realized. And notice the past tense ending is a soft D sound, realized, not realized id, realized.
And let's look at the phrase instead of. These 2 words almost always link together. Instead of, instead of, instead of an hour.
Let's practice. We will do this in chunks. First chunk, but I realized I was overthinking it.
Repeat that. Focus on the flow. But I realized I was overthinking it.
Second chunk, so I just did 5 minutes.
So I just did 5 minutes.
Third chunk, instead of an hour.
Instead of an hour.
Now let's combine them. This is a longer sentence, so take a breath. But I realized I was overthinking it, so I just did 5 minutes instead of an hour.
Your turn. Speak slowly and clearly.
Excellent work. You are building muscle memory. Every time you repeat these phrases, your mouth gets used to the shapes of English sounds.
Let's see Ben's reaction. He says, that sounds manageable. Usually I try to do too much at once and then I quit.
That sounds manageable. The word manageable means doable. It is something you can handle. It is not too difficult or too big. This is a great adjective to use when you are talking about goals or work tasks.
Then he admits his own mistake. Usually, I try to do too much at once. At once means at the same time. He tries to change everything simultaneously. And then the result. And then I quit.
Let's look at the pronunciation of manageable. It looks long, but the middle is swallowed a bit. Man-id-ja-ble. The stress is on the first syllable. Manageable.
And let's look at once. Because at ends in a consonant and once begins with a vowel, we link them. At once. At once.
Let's practice Ben's realization. Repeat after me. That sounds manageable.
That sounds manageable.
Now the next part. Usually, I try to do too much at once.
Usually, I try to do too much at once.
And the consequence. And then I quit.
And then I quit.
Let's try the whole thought together. That sounds manageable. Usually, I try to do too much at once, and then I quit.
Your turn. Be honest with the feeling.
We are almost at the end of the dialogue. Here is the final piece of wisdom from Alice. She says, exactly. Small steps stick better than big leaps. You should try it.
Exactly. This is the perfect one-word agreement. When you completely agree with someone, just say exactly.
Then she uses a metaphor. Small steps stick better than big leaps. To stick here means to last, to remain, to become a habit. If you put a sticker on a wall, it stays there. A habit sticks when you don't quit. And a leap is a big jump. She is saying that slow progress is more permanent than fast, aggressive progress.
Pronunciation tip for exactly. The T in exactly is often silent in rapid speech, or very soft. Exactly, or exactly, but don't overpronounce the T.
And look at the S sounds in small steps stick. There are a lot of S sounds here. This is a bit of a tongue twister. Small steps stick. You have to be precise with your tongue.
Let's try that phrase specifically. Small steps stick.
Small steps stick.
Now the comparison. Better than big leaps.
Better than big leaps.
And the final encouragement. You should try it.
You should try it. Let's put Alice's final advice together. Exactly. Small steps stick better than big leaps. You should try it.
Now you say it. Fantastic. We have gone through the entire dialogue. You have analyzed the words, you have practiced the sounds, and you have spoken out loud. Now we are going to do something called the imperfect action drill.
In the spirit of the 1% rule, we know that waiting for perfection is a trap. You don't need to say these sentences perfectly to be understood, but we do want to challenge you to improve just one tiny thing right now. We are going to pick one difficult sound connection from this dialogue and drill it until it feels easy.
We are going to focus on the transition Alice used, instead of an hour. This involves linking words together. It is very common for learners to chop this up, instead of an hour. But native speakers flow like water, instead of an hour.
We are going to start from the back and build it up. This is called back chaining. It helps your brain focus on the rhythm. Repeat after Mark.
Hour.
Hour.
An hour.
An hour.
Of an hour. Note the V sound in of connecting to an. Of an hour.
Of an hour.
Instead of an hour.
Instead of an hour.
Now say the whole phrase naturally. Instead of an hour.
Instead of an hour.
Do you feel how much smoother that is? You are not reading 4 separate words. You are speaking one thought. That is the secret to fluency. It is not about speaking faster. It is about connecting better.
Now that we have practiced the pieces, it is time for the final performance. We are going to play the dialogue again. This time, I want you to shadow us. Shadowing means you speak at the same time as us, or just a split second after. Try to match our speed. Try to match our emotion.
Do not worry if you miss a word. Do not stop. Just jump back in. Keep the flow going. Are you ready? Let's be Alice and Ben.
Hey, long time no see. How have things been with you?
Your turn to shadow Ben.
Pretty good, actually. I finally started that new morning routine I told you about.
Shadow Alice now.
Really? I thought you said you were way too busy for that.
Shadow Ben.
I was, but I realized I was overthinking it, so I just did 5 minutes instead of an hour.
Shadow Alice. Remember the flow.
That sounds manageable. Usually I try to do too much at once, and then I quit.
Shadow Ben.
Exactly. Small steps stick better than big leaps. You should try it.
Shadow Alice for the last time.
Take a deep breath. You did it. You didn't just think about English today. You spoke English. You worked on your muscles, your mind, and your confidence. This is what the 1% rule feels like. It feels like 5 or 10 minutes of focus, repeated every day.
If you enjoyed this calm, guided way of learning, please consider subscribing to the channel. By subscribing, you are telling yourself that you are committed to this daily habit. It is a small step, but it keeps you connected to your goals.
For your next step today, I have a small challenge for you. I want you to take one phrase from this dialogue. Maybe, "That sounds manageable," or "I was overthinking it," and I want you to use it. Say it to yourself in the mirror, or write it down on a sticky note and put it on your computer. Make this English part of your real life.
And remember, motivation comes and goes. Some days you will feel excited to learn. Other days you will feel tired. On the tired days, you don't need to do big leaps. You just need small steps. You can come back to this video, press play, and let us guide you through your 1%.
If you are looking for another way to practice, even when your energy is low, we have a zero motivation study session that is perfect for those difficult days. You might want to watch that next to have it ready for when you need it.
Thank you for letting us be part of your routine today.
You are doing better than you think. Keep speaking, keep listening, and we will see you in the next episode.
Goodbye for now.
Bye.